Hi, it's Verna from Drayton Valley Library here with Crafty Kids for You. We have been making crafts out of toilet paper tubes this month, so we're going to do our last one today, and the one we're going to make today is a bird feeder. Now, this bird feeder is not exactly waterproof, so you want to put it in an area that's covered, or they had some suggestions in this book where I found the craft that if you want to make it more waterproof, you could cover the tube with plastic wrap or aluminum foil. So I'm going to leave that up to you. But here is the book that I got the idea from. Oh, there's a sticker on the front of that. And this is kind of what we're aiming for. I think I forgot to tell you last time that you need some sort of a little tray for in the bottom. But anyways, so supplies that you're going to need today, of course, we're going to need our toilet paper tube. Maybe have an extra one just in case you have a little mistake. Sometimes that happens to me. You're going to need a cup. Now I just had little cups, but a bigger cup will work just as well because we're going to put like a little roof on it. You're going to need a tray for the bottom. So they were suggesting a circular, like a plastic lid from something. I don't have that with me, but I have this. It's a little cat food type container. So it's kind of going to go like that and then like that. And the other thing you're going to need is a straw or a stick because we're going to put it through the tube here so that the little birdies have somewhere to sit. My straw looks a little bit short, but I'm going to go with it anyways. And then, whoopsies, the last thing that you're going to need is some string or some wire or something because we're going to make like a little hanger for it at the top. Okay, and if you want to decorate it at all, you can get some decoration. You can do stickers, use your markers, paint. I'm going to do a little bit of painting today. I decided today I'm going to try some sponge painting. So I've got myself a little tray, I've got a sponge, and I've got a couple colors of paint to use. And I'm going to need some glue. It should work fine just with your white glue. I'm going to use hot glue gun just so the process goes a little faster as I'm showing you, but you can always pause the video if you need to. And of course you're going to need some scissors and something kind of pokey like the end of a pencil because we're going to have to put a couple holes in things today. All right, I think we're ready to give this a try. So I'm going to back up the camera here. Put it down so you can see my table and hopefully you can see me too. Oh, am I going to lose the top of my head? Let's put that up just a little bit there. Okay, that should be okay. So let's get started. Now I'm going to start with my painting, and it just occurred to me that I should maybe have something to protect the table. Ooh. Grab myself a little bit of scrap paper. You might have some newspaper or something like that if you're going to do some painting, just so you don't get the table all dirty. Okay, so for my painting, I'm just going to squeeze some of this. Oh, there we go. Some nice yellow and some nice pink. Okay, I'm going to use one end of my sponge for pink and one end of my sponge for yellow. And sometimes when I paint toilet paper tubes, I like to stick my two fingers in there to kind of hold it. So I guess that's what I'm doing. Okay, so, whoa, I got it. Quite a little much paint on it there. Okay, so I'm just dabbing it all over. Dabbing it. It's fun to paint using different kinds of materials. Okay, we are almost through with the decorating of my tube. Now, if you're doing stickers or drawing with markers, you have at her. Okay, it will turn out great however you decide to decorate it. Okay, there is my tube. I'm going to let that dry there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is my cup. I'm going to cut it a little bit because I don't want the edges hanging too far down. So I'm going to make it like a little short roof, like a little cap. So I'm cutting here, trying to get it the same all the way around. I guess there kind of was a little design, but that could have helped me cut it nicely, but it's not quite. Okay, so I got my little cap here, but I want to put some color on my little cap. So I'm going to do my sponge painting now. I'm going to do my yellow on this part. Okay, a little bit trickier because I can't put my fingers all the way up into here to hold on to it like I could for my tube. I think my fingers might be turning yellow soon. That's okay, it'll wash off. All right. I might decide later put a few pink speckles on this part and maybe some yellow speckles on that part. That would be fun, but gotta let it dry. Whoop. Let's sit it down there. Okay, so I'm gonna I'll put that there. Let's put that to the side because we're done with that now. So now these things look very nice. What else can we get ready? Now, I'm not sure what type of bottom that you've got for your bird feeder, but if it is something that needs decorating, you can decorate that. I'm not sure if my paint will adhere to this very much. I thought I was done painting. Let me just give it a little try and see. Oh, maybe. I'm gonna dab a little paint on the edge there. Just brightens it up a little bit, doesn't it? Okay. Whoops. Awkward moments. All right, dab a little paint there. Now, I'm not going to put any paint inside the tray though, because that's where I'm going to put the bird seed. And I don't want to put that on painted surface because the birds are going to eat that. I hope. Do you see birds in your yard sometimes? Maybe a bird feeder will help you attract some birds. I sometimes see the blue jays or the robins or the magpies or the crows. They say crows are very, very smart, and some people have made some friends with crows. Okay, and I know I have a friend who likes to feed the blue jays some peanuts sometimes. They like those. Okay, so now we've got our things painted. Now our next thing to do is going to be gluing. I guess let's, no, maybe we should put a hole in here first. So we're going to put two holes in the little roof so that we can put our wire or our string that we're going to hang it with in there. But you know what? I did some painting, so I think I need to let my paint dry. So I'm going to pause the video myself and I'll come back in a little bit to finish off. Hi, it's Verna again. I made a little mistake. I thought I was recording and showing you how to put this all together, but I guess I forgot to hit record. So anyways, this is how mine turned out, but I will show you now how to put together some non-decorated pieces. I guess then I'll have two bird feeders. All right, so first thing that you're gonna do is take your pipe cleaner or your string or whatever you've got that you are going to use to hang it up. The pipe cleaner is pretty pokey, so I'm able to just poke a little hole through there and bend it. If you have some string that you're using, you might need to find something else to poke your hole with. There we go. I'm being careful that my fingers aren't right on the other side so that the pipe cleaner doesn't poke me. Okay. So now I've got this little bit made and the pipe cleaner is folded up inside there. If you wanted, you could add a little glue in there to make sure it stays. Now we're going to add this little top on, the little roof here. So to do that, I'm going to glue it. I'm using my hot glue, but remember that you shouldn't use hot glue unless you've got an adult helping you. I'm just doing this to be a little bit faster for you. But your white glue will work just fine, just takes a little longer to dry. So I'm placing my glue on the top edge of the toilet paper tube. And don't worry if some falls in the tube or out of the tube, that's just fine. Okay, let's get that stuck on there. Hot glue takes hold pretty fast, so there we go, we've got that bit hanging. Now we're going to want to put this tube, oh, I guess don't really need this anymore, that was for painting. Anyways, I'm going to put the tube inside the tray, okay? But before I do that, I want to put the straw on, the little ledge for the birds to sit on. So I would like my straw to sit just on top of the edge of the tray there. So what I'm going to do with my pencil is I'm going to make a marking at the place where I approximately would like to make my hole. And I'm going to do that on each side. So that's just above the tray. Now I'm going to use my pencil to poke the hole in, and I'm pulling my fingers apart so that I make sure I don't actually poke my fingers when I'm poking through here. And you might need to get an adult to help you with this part. Oh, I went on the part where the tube is folded over, so it's a little tricky. All right, but it's in there. I want to make sure that my hole is large enough for my straw to go in. So I poke the pencil all the way in there. Now I'm going to do the other side. Same thing. Poke my pencil all the way through there. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to take the straw and put it in through both holes. Oh, I got it in one, but the other one's being tricky for me. Just give me, there we go. Okay, now it's in there. Okay, next step is going to be to attach the tube into the tray. So to do that, I'm going to glue it in. Okay, and again, I'm using my hot glue. Don't use hot glue unless you've got an adult helping you. Your white glue will do just fine. So I'm going to put the glue on the edge of the tube again. Don't worry if some is falling in the tube or falling out of the tube. Okay, here we go, and I'm popping it into the tray. Give it a second to dry there. And now, that is how you put your bird feeder together. The little birdie can sit on here and poke his head in the tray and have some seeds. You gotta put some seeds in the tray. I don't have any seeds here at the library, but I have some at home, so I can do that part at home. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed making your bird feeder. Remember that they're not waterproof, so you have to be careful where you put them. If you do want to try and waterproof it some more, they had suggestions of putting some plastic wrap around it or using some tin foil. I hope you enjoyed this Crafty Kids session, and we'll see you again next time.